Hey friends and neighbors, Hot Rod here coming at you, and I have been working on this joker right here all day long, trying to get this thing done and designed the way that I wanted it. Let me have a look at it here with the camera. See, these pins are welded on, brackets, that blade, 10 holes for chains. These, by the way, are 5/16, 2,000-pound test chain. That's the way it looks that way. That's how that side looks. It's raw. I just got done building it out of some old scrap iron that I had sitting around. And I'll tell you what happened. I was out with my Bobcat ZRT 250 commercial mower, and it's a 61-inch cut commercial zero-turn mower. It throws the blades around as fast and violent as you could imagine. And I ran upon an old piece of semi-brake drum that was laying in the grass that I did not see. I hit that brake drum with the deck, and it shot that sucker. It shot it out like a bullet, and I mean it flew. It probably went just under 100 feet in distance at a terminal velocity. It ended up about 12 feet in the air, and it hit the side of a building, a steel building, dented the building in a 6-foot round crater on the side of the steel panel, perforated it in 4 places, and I thought to myself, man, if that would have hit somebody at the right distance, hit him in the head, it would have killed him. But what I did was I made this chute, and this is a side discharge chute for my Bobcat. Let's walk out. I'm gonna throw it on, and then you can see what it looks like. This mower ain't no joke, okay? This is a commercial mower, zero turn. This thing is a beast. 25 horse Kawasaki engine, 61-inch deck, but zero turn. This thing it's unbelievable. But this sucker here, I designed it so it's easy to put on, and that's what it looks like on the side. And that's the back side. You can see I got a little plate in there holding that up. It's raw steel yet. I haven't painted it or anything. But I got those chains on there. You can see the angle that I cut it at and bent it at. I got those chains dangling. Now those chains, as far as they can go back, they cannot come in contact with the blade no matter what. So that's what I came up with. Those chains should catch something, anything, and anything that might be flailing off the blades, slow the terminal velocity of whatever it may be way down, and the trajectory at that point would have to go into the ground instead of going way up in the air and flying like a bullet. And I mean, when this thing hit the side of this building, when this projectile that this deck caught and slung out hit the side of this building, it sounded like a damn shotgun. I mean, it was boom! Everybody came out of the building, went over and checked it out. The guy didn't say anything, but I left him my number, and you know, I'm going to make it right with him. I figured that I'll go over there and pound it back flat, you know, put some etching primer on it, and maybe go over it with a contoured piece of diamond plate, you know, to make it look like, you know, maybe the spot where a chimney would go out, where a vent pipe would go out, or where an electrical drop would go in. But I want to make it right with him one way or another. Maybe he won't want me to touch it. I don't know. You know, but anyway, I wanted to get that thing on there, and so that's what I designed to go on there. I have this chute here is 4 inches from this spot here out. It flips up, it stays up. I'll put a little, what's the matter, Granny? What's the matter, old girl? I put a little thing on there to stop this grass from coming back, because you can see there's a down spot here, and that kind of closes that off. Hard to see in here, it's kind of dark, but I have washers and they're not cotter pins, but they're clips. They're the bent clips that kind of snap into position to lock the washers and everything on. And these chains are good and heavy. Good heavy chains. If anything hits these, you know, it'll push them out of the way, of course, but it'll stop the projectile from going very far. There's an angle down on this, you know, to catch anything from going way up in the air. So it'll, you know, hit the chains, and probably end up like right out in here, you know, at the maximum trajectory. So that's something to look out for. Best to have insurance on cutting, you know, if you're going to be cutting like that. Good idea to have insurance. I think it's like $150, maybe even less, a quarter, you know. So you never know what you could hit. I mean, these tractors are powerful as you could imagine. This ain't no regular lawnmower, okay? I mean, this joker, when it starts cutting, it sounds like a damn freight train when that deck turns on. I mean, it moves some air, and those blades are spinning way beyond what any four-wheel tractor you could pick up at Lowe's or whatever in velocity. I mean, this thing, it's a beast. It's a beast. I'll put it to you this way: you can cut 8-inch grass wide open at 8 miles an hour, and it'll knock it down flat. It's a total beast. But with that, you got to be mindful of what is getting flung out the side discharge on that. I wish that these idiots would make a rear discharge deck like the old wheel horse 36-inch 3-blade decks, where it's just a rear discharge. It discharges the grass evenly across the width of the deck. There's no side discharge. There's no worry or fear of somebody walking up to the thing and sticking their foot in there and chopping their foot off. You know, just a rear discharge deck, because it's a real pain in the ass. You need to be able to use both the left and right side of your deck to go around trees and to trim. And the only way to do that is to have a rear discharge. I think the only one that I know of is Walker, and they have to have like a bagger system on theirs. They need to make one where it's just a straight mulching rear discharge deck for commercial zero turns. That's how I see it. So that's what I got. That's the design that I came up with for a debris projectile catcher off the side of my 61-inch Bobcat ZT 250. So there she is, boys.